Hey lovely people, welcome back to another episode of the Final Takeaways podcast edition, where we take a more relaxed approach to bringing trending stories you are following. We are so excited you set aside a few minutes out of your precious time on this beautiful Saturday afternoon to watch and listen to our podcast. And FYI, I love the podcast version of our broadcast on this channel, as it gives me plenty of wiggle room to get down to earth and opinionated. And I am opinionated. Drop a comment in the comment section to let me know if you prefer this version of our YouTube production. Okay guys, I'm telling you, this Lola Doll attempt murder case is getting more and more interesting by the minute, with the sudden twists and turns of a captivating novel. The only difference is this isn't a fictional story. It's real life and someone's life is involved. It's a real life true crime story where someone tried to send Lola to her grave for whatever reason. Police, of course, are yet to uncover the motive as they continue to investigate this heinous crime that occurred 1 week ago to the day. Grab your earphones, headphones, or earbuds. Guys, we have a major update to talk about, and you can choose to watch or listen on the go. And this is a very, very serious matter. It's a very serious case, and I've seen a lot of people on social media making light of this situation, wishing Lola Doll bad, all different types of comments. Sometimes people only understand another person's plight when it comes close to home. So on that note, let's get one thing sorted. Lola Doll is a controversial public personality. That's a foregone conclusion. We're not here to pass judgment. She has her fans and her supporters. And then there are others like Jennifer Ali, who wish her the worst. Here's the bottom line, guys. What happened to Lola is a crime no matter how you twist it and turn it. She is the victim of a heinous crime, which means there's at least one criminal out there walking around free in Georgetown, Guyana, to do the same to another person. Who will be next? It could be anyone's guess. Until that person or persons associated with this crime are made to face the full force of the law, there will be no justice in this case. Now that we have that squared away, let's get to the facts. 2 men were detained and questioned by the police and later released on bail for the alleged attempted homicide of Lollita Callender, better known as Lola Doll. They include Paul Daby Jr., also called Randall, who police said is the main suspect in this case, and he was brought in on an allegation of attempted murder. Justice seekers question why the first suspect was released on $500,000 bail. But remember, he wasn't the guy police wanted for attempted homicide. It was Paul Daby Jr., also known as Randall. Fingers point to him as the alleged perpetrator, so police needed to find out what he knew, if anything at all. Well, police later stated that he had an airtight alibi. Therefore, he could not have been the man who pulled the trigger at Lola at point blank range. That plus the surveillance footage showing the criminal in the act may have helped rule Daby out as the suspect for now. Needless to say, those demanding justice for Lola went wild on social media after hearing that Daby was sent home on $1 million bail. But right when they thought this was shaping up to become another cold, unsolved mystery type case, the case took another interesting twist. Enter a man named Wayne Barker. Sources tell us that Barker turned himself into the police yesterday, Friday, September 12, 2025. But here's something eerily familiar and too obvious to miss. Barker is being represented by the same lawyer who is representing Paul Daby. Say what? Yeah, you heard me right. The same lawyer. We've been reliably informed that attorney at law Sian Dorjan is representing both suspects, Daby and Barker. Here is the question for you. Are we looking at a potential criminal enterprise involving the likes of one or more masterminds, and are people ready to carry out their orders? Let's play the long game and wait to see how this all unfolds. And FYI, there is an even bigger twist to this deadly plot. As it turns out, the new guy in the picture is the same guy Lola Doll is pointing fingers to. On Thursday, speaking to the public from her hospital bed for the first time since the gunman tried to finish her off, Lola says a man named Wanee is the person who pulled the trigger. She locked eyes with him as he tried to take her out, she said, her voice shaking. Let's hear from Lola.
Hey guys, it's Auntie Lola. No, catch myself. Y'all know I'm a fighter, right? I saw the person that tried to take my life. Yes, I saw him. What he did. I need justice. I need justice from Guyana Police Force. You're not looking into nothing. There's a guy by the name of Wanee. Wanee, I don't know if y'all know he is the shooter. He was the person. I watched him in the eyes. I watched him.
The 33-year-old singer and entertainer warned that police are not doing their job to help her get justice. Instead, she's asking the public and her supporters to help her get justice. Sources say Wayne Barker is the same person Lola identifies as the trigger man, but he's known as Wanee. Barker's lawyer rejects this allegation. He discloses that the police were not hunting for his client. Instead, Barker voluntarily visited the Rijnveld police station after seeing a social media post accusing him of the attempted homicide of Lola Doll. Ay, ay, ay. I told you, there is a lot of twists and turns in this plot. But don't worry, a good team of investigators can unravel this case thread by thread. Here's another question. How many people are involved in this crime? We already know that one person pulled the trigger based on the CCTV footage available to the police. But are there accomplices, such as others who helped to plan the crime, such as one or more persons coming up with the idea and harboring the intent to kill? And don't forget those who are tasked to do the dirty work. Well, when it comes to Wayne Barker, his attorney said Barker visited the police station to clear his name, not because he committed the crime. In fact, attorney DeJourne says his client was in Berbice at the time of the crime, thereby suggesting that he has an alibi. We understand that the police are checking out Barker's claim of being elsewhere when Lola became the victim of a near-fatal shooting. According to reports, homicide investigators have detained Barker while they investigate to see if his story checks out. So far, according to police, Paul Daby's alibi checked out, so Paul Daby is at home. As for the suspect, we don't know for sure what the deal is with him. Is he an accomplice? Gathering from the fact that police placed Daby and the first guy on bail with reporting restrictions, something has to be brewing. What it is, we are yet to see. So do hang tight and subscribe to this channel. Turn on YouTube notifications for this channel so that you can be instantly updated every time we upload a new video. Getting back to the case. If there was a conspiracy to out Lola Doll, do you think the participants will turn on each other to save their own asses? And stick a pin there for a moment as we go back to the genesis of this crime. What would possess someone to plot to take out the social media star? What would be the motive? Did she piss off someone so much that they decided that she should lose her life, or at least suffer in a way that she'll never forget? That would be a very diabolical plan, don't you think? Or did she become a target due to affiliations we're not yet aware of? Was this out of jealousy, envy, or pure evil planned against Lola Doll and executed at a moment she was most vulnerable and helpless while sitting in her car alone with no one to defend or save her? What a cowardly act, says a section of the public. For more details on this case, check out the videos we uploaded detailing the facts on the night Lola almost lost her life, her warnings about someone putting out a hit job on her, and why a recent social media brawl may have led to violence against this woman. The police are yet to determine if the sequence of events leading up to last Saturday night is connected to the shooting. Well guys, here is where I have to love you and leave you. But the best part is, you can meet up with me again right here for another episode of the Final Takeaways Podcast Edition, episode 22. For now, stay tuned for what's coming up next.